Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tyler, also known as the Ches, and this is Chezzy Tunes, where I try to bring humor and entertainment to the EDM space. And we are back with some more hardstyle, or hard dance, as I've been informed. I guess that is the larger umbrella in which everything falls under. But I'm going to continue to be the hardstyle newbie because it's just better that way. I'm not going to change my name. It just feels better for, SEO and that sort of thing. Today, we are checking out DEEZL, and I guess they're presenting AEON live at Gearbox Hot Pursuit 2024. So we're stepping away from DEF CON for the first time, so that's pretty exciting. I get to take in something new. But a lot of people had suggested this to me, and apparently it's something that you guys think I will enjoy, or at least enjoy more than the final dose, but I don't think that's very hard to do. So I'm excited to check it out. I don't really know what I'm getting into. Obviously, I'm not familiar with DEEZL. I'm not familiar with Gearbox. I don't know any of this stuff. So this should be exciting. But let's move into it. We got a 30-minute video here, the full live set. This is DEEZL presents AEON live at Gearbox. Got an indoor festival this time, or show. I'm excited to see what a indoor hard dance event is like.
Sometimes the hunter becomes
the hunted. Okay.
Make some noise for
Woo! DEEZL
presents AEON.
Oh, it's AEON. My fault. It has an A in it. I assumed it was AEON. AEON. Okay. This guy looks majestic. I like his jacket here. I like the little shoulder pads on it. My man's got drip. So many photographers or videographers. I've always wanted to do concert photography or videography. Oh, that kind of stuttering on the synth there. It's cool. I assume we're getting something more melodic. Maybe that's why you guys assumed I would like it more. I don't like the lyrics on the screen. I think it's a little cheesy looking. These are those weird funky kicks. Okay, see, that was cool. Those are cool. Those are my speed. I don't like these high ones. Never will. You're not gonna win me over with them. I assure you, you can quote me 5 years from now. I'm not gonna enjoy those kicks. It's not even like, It's a big no. Not into them. Let's go!
Appreciate the music. It's AEON.
Are they wearing like safety vests? Why are they all wearing that? Yeah, this song is doing nothing for me. Because a lot of the songs with this kind of drop. Okay, I mean, we're going more towards something at least. But when the drops are those kind of kicks, like, it feels like you could have switched it with any other song. Like, it's a melody, cool, a build up, and then the drop is just this completely different thing. It's like, da 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 da. Get ready for the drop. It's like not remotely related to the build up at all. It feels so weird to me, so disjointed. I think that's what bothers me the most. And again, don't put the lyrics on the screen. You're fine, or at least not in the center of the screen. You're covering up the stuff. I want to see what's happening, bro. It's a cool font though. I like the font. The environment seems cool to be in. I mean, this is another thing where, again, if I was there, it would be different. I would be enjoying it in a different way. But so far, these songs aren't really doing much. I admire the melodies, but... Still, I want to say, I'm enjoying this more than the final dose. But I'm not being blown away. I'm not being captured. I'm not being pulled in yet. But we're just getting started. Let's go. Give me another drop. Okay, this is like a satisfying melody to pay off with, I suppose. Okay. Melody's a little chaotic for my taste. Those kicks got better though. That little section was probably the highlight so far. Haha, you were singing when there wasn't any words. Why'd they cut to him just to call him out like that? That's messed up. Gearbox. Okay, satisfying setup here, satisfying build here. The pieces are here. Paid off. What's the drop? Okay, at least this like sounds like it's part of the same song because it's keeping that weird process vocal in there. Okay, I like these kicks. These are kind of cool. All right, this has been my favorite song, I'd say, so far. I think it's got all the pieces in place. Decent enough vocal. Not really much of a melody, but like still a melodic feeling song. None of the kicks are offensive or hurt my ears. I'm like all the hardstyle songs, like the synth is always very, very similar. 90% of the time it's very similar. Just this big saw wave. And I like a big saw wave, don't get me wrong. But it sounds like they're all played using the exact same synth. So it sounds like a lot of the very generic house songs and dance songs that I've heard where they just all sound very similar. Cause like this is fine, but nothing, I haven't heard anything that feels different from anything else that I've heard either. But a cool melody. Definitely the best song so far, overall. This man's not hot in a full-on jacket. I mean, I complimented it. I like the drip, I do. But you're gonna be hot, are you not? And you got the mask on, like damn. But some people do prioritize look, the aesthetic over being comfortable. Sometimes you gotta commit. He took it off. He took it off. I called it. That looked like it was rigged. Right when I put. That's funny. That's funny. Come on. That's funny. He took the jacket off. He was listening. Let's go. This is more like techno, is it not? Kind of. A little quicker than techno, I suppose, but which I find to be a pretty mundane genre. But like, this is something I would only enjoy live just because obviously the kicks would be way more. They would move your whole body. For casual listening, though, I find it to be a pretty boring genre. A lot of artists in the genres that I listen to, it's been pretty common to incorporate a drop that does that genre. And so it's become very stale and overdone. And so now I'm very tired of that genre. It's also pretty cool gloves. This man's decked out. Let me see the shoes, bro. Let me see the shoes. What kind of shoes you rocking? Bet you got some cool shoes on. Actually, I hope this man's barefoot. That would be sick. Let the piggies out. Yeah, I don't like the quick melodies like this. I like melodies I can hum along to, melodies I could, hum along to, sing along to, that I could, in theory, play myself. This is not one of them, or at least that part of it wasn't. Everything's just too fast. Everything's too fast for me. I think part of my distaste for the hard dance genre is the tempo. I like elements of it, but at that speed, it's like too quick for me. I want to be able to like, dun, 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 dun. When it's just ba, 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 ba. I don't know. It's hard to describe. And I like this part though. I like when there's the lulls, the slower moments. Good vocal, good vocal. Again, very good setup. Very good start, very good intro. I just find the drops to be too abrasive. And take me out of it. Like, this is great. This is a really good setup. Really good. The synth is a little not quite the giant saw waves. It's got the saw waves kind of in the background, but that main synth, oh, God. The main synth is a little bit different. Come on, this has potential to be my favorite so far. Keep it together, keep it together. Don't lose me. Okay. I like that. He knows his kicks. He knows when they're coming, baby. He dances to them. We respect it. Okay. I don't know if I like this or the song that talks about ghosts more, but better. We've got something here. We're on to something. Honestly, I'm surprised that we're getting the full versions of all the songs. I feel like usually a lot of sets like this, when they're shorter sets, you might only get one drop of each song before it's on to the next because you gotta keep on going and going. But we're getting first and second drops of all these songs so far. I think these kicks are pretty prevalent. These are pretty standard, generic hardstyle kicks from what I've heard so far. And I don't know, it's like they take the attention away from the stuff that I'm trying to digest more. I know it's like, you know, that's the genre, basically, is those kicks, but it's like I'm trying to focus on the more melodic and enjoyable elements, and that's what's taking me out. Because I think I like dance music. I love some house music, progressive house and stuff, and the focus is on the melody and on the, just the beauty of the synths. And there's kicks and snares, of course, but with hardstyle, the kicks are more present. That is a bigger focus of the music. And so it's like with the melodic stuff, I want to focus on the melodies. With the really hard, heavy stuff, I want to focus on the cool synths and the growly, gritty, bassy nature. Hardstyle is a mixture of both, and so I can't enjoy either elements because it's trying to throw both of them together. That's the best way I can describe it to myself and to you guys. This is interesting. It's okay.
You're safe with me. I'll be right here.
Okay. Okay. No, it's creepy, actually.
Crossing into another world.
All right, I like the weird vibe we have going on here. Now the synths are all off key a bit. This sample's kind of stupid though. And then, yeah, the kicks come in. It's like, this could have been any song. This doesn't sound like the previous song that we came from. The setup meant nothing to where we are now. It's just, here's a setup, random ass sample, and then it just, here's some kicks. I guess this is the song now.
The sky.
The pieces don't fit together at all with that kind of genre, and it bothers me so much. Because I need to be really critical here. I want to be honest with y'all. I don't like to sugarcoat things. I give constructive criticism when I can, but I need y'all to really understand what I like and what I don't like. I'm far enough into this journey where I need to really nitpick and explain things now that I've digested at least pieces of everything here. Again, the setup is here. Like, this part in another context would be great. And again, if I was in the room, everything here more or less goes out the window. It's different if you're at the event. I recognize that. But you guys do listen to this consistently, if not constantly, outside of a live show setting. So, woo, yeah. They really like that guy. I feel this is like the fourth or so song that has a very, very similar structure. You get a female vocal, a saw wave, like the piano comes in and they're talking about something somewhat otherworldly. They feel like different sides of the same song. Another nice female vocal and some piano type noises. Because this comes off as just a slightly sped up version of the really generic house dance songs that I hear. There's a point where genres become very cookie cutter or generic, formulaic, I should say. And this feels like the hardstyle version of that. Feels a bit predictable, minus one or two of the songs in here. So again, even though it's getting closer to what I like, it's getting there because it feels very bland overall, if that makes sense. Guy has similar hair to me. I mean, you're doing a great job. You're a good performer. You know, you're getting into it. But see, if, like, I followed this guy on Spotify or something, and all the songs in the similar, like, he released this song, and then, you know, a couple weeks go by, a month goes by, he releases one of the other songs that he's played. A couple more months go by, he releases another song. I'm like, that's it? That's all you got? It's the same song, bro. You're releasing the same song. They feel very, very similar. These are like trance synths almost. Kicks. Be kicking. Kicks are fine. Give me something a little different. If we pull out another just saw wave synth with a female vocal, I'm gonna lose my mind. Or at least the same sounding female vocal. Okay. This is different. This is slower. We're definitely changing. Or are we just speeding right back up? Okay, we slowed down for no reason, really?
All together now.
Yeah, see, melodies like this are okay, but it's just too quick. I like things that are gonna get stuck in my head and I'm gonna hum to and sing along with. This is not something that's gonna get stuck in my head. It's too many notes, too quick. I'm not gonna get, that's not gonna get stuck on my head. I've heard that too many times.
Even the goons push away when I'm struggling. Even the goons push away when I'm struggling.
Come join us, everybody.
Let's go. Okay, got like a weird drum and bassy kind of thing going on. Different. It's different, everybody. Woo! Okay. This is my favorite part. This is the highlight. This moment right here is the highlight. It caught me off guard. It was different. Whoa, it's crazy. It's crazy what happens when you like change it a little bit. You get my attention right away. You grip me immediately. I assume we're getting one more actual big, quick, kicky drop though. He took the mask off too, man. He might have taken it off earlier. I wasn't paying attention. Wasn't watching the dude's mouth. Just slowly strips down throughout the set. Take off the shirt! Take off the shirt!
Hands to the
Nothing but the
sky.
gloves on.
Hands up, hands up. This is AEON.
Alright, final drop. Final drop.
One more time, give them. Let me see ya.
Let's see.
It's DEEZL.
My kicks are good, but melodies, again, not something that's gonna get stuck in my head, not something that's catchy, not something that I can really sing along with. Like, what is this? What is this? The kicks. It's just the kicks with just a random a stabby chord that's too high.
I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. This has been an amazing experience.
Okay, that is DEEZL. His name is DEEZL. Okay. Those are all DEEZL songs. Okay. So and then AEON is the name of the show or event, and it's being hosted by Gearbox. Or maybe the actual venue is called Gearbox. That is my best way to parse the name out. I think we've got it. So, I mean, I enjoyed that more than the final dose, sure. But still, it's like, I mean, there were maybe 2 or 3 of the songs that were not as melodic, and they were a little more just focused on like big punchy kicks and being a little more raw. But the other ones, there was like 6 of them or something that were just a female with a very similar vocal style, very similar pitch and tone to her voice, a piano, a melody that felt very similar, a drop that felt very, like it felt like just slightly different variations of the same exact song to me. Because you know when like there's like a constant sound, like your air conditioning's on or something like that, your brain naturally is able to just kind of tone it out because it's just used to hearing that same thing. That's kind of what the set was to me for the most part. I started just tuning it out. Unless something new happened, unless something unique happened, so those 2 songs where it wasn't melodic, or when the little drum and bass part came in, or when the tempo changed for 15 seconds for whatever reason, those parts stood out to me because everything else felt basically the same. It felt very kind of bland because I do listen to the slightly toned down version of this. I listen to house, I listen to dance music, I listen to progressive house, some trance, I guess, but where it's, you know, kicks and a melody, but just toned down kicks, not hardstyle kicks. So it's similar, but because I listen to a lot of that, there's so much of it that is extremely generic and basically feels like the non-hardstyle version of these songs. These feel very bland, very generic in terms of the melodic melodic genres at large. The melodies didn't seem very catchy. I don't think there was a single one I could really hum along. Well, there were maybe two songs in the beginning. The song talking about ghosts or whatever. Actually, there's the track list. Ghost. It's called Ghost. That makes sense. And then I think it was Breathless. So Ghost and Breathless, I believe, were my two favorites. There was a melody or two that was along the lines of something I would listen to. It was getting to a point where like, okay, I can kind of hum along to this. But the second half was just a lot of the like just melodies that don't click in an earwormy way. And so, yeah, nothing really wowed me. It felt kind of one note for a lot of it. I started toning it out and yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of people thought I was going to love this and I genuinely I think it's okay. I think it was all right. It was an improvement from where we were, but still, yeah, the variety wasn't there. It felt very forgettable. And maybe it's because I do listen to so much melodic stuff, just not in the hard dance space. So I've just consumed a plethora of melodies and dancey energy things. And so this feels like a very bland version of things that I have consumed. And because I don't like the hardstyle kicks most of the time. So the highlights were few and far between, I guess. But I understand why you guys recommended it, because it is definitely in the more melodic space, and that's what I've said I would probably enjoy more. But it didn't do anything truly unique. It didn't do anything that really stood out to me either, because with melodic stuff, you do have to be quite unique for me to enjoy it, because I've consumed so many melodies. There's very few melodies that really resonate with me, and none of these did in that way, in such a deep way. So it was just fine. I don't think I'll be keeping up with DEEZL's music in particular, unfortunately. It's a cool venue. And again, if I was there, it would be a different story. I would have enjoyed it a lot more, obviously, if I was in the room. But yeah, just felt a little forgettable. I couldn't recite to you any of the lyrics I heard. I couldn't recite to you any of the melodies I heard. So I still think the Cepha Spotlight is the peak for me so far. I think that was still my favorite thing I've consumed so far after taking on this journey. I will be reacting to the Cepha album at some point, as well as a Future Noise album. So keep your eye out for that. And I do genuinely appreciate the recommendation. Again, I understand why it was recommended. I understand why you would think I would enjoy it more, but unfortunately it just didn't really land. And that is what it is. But hopefully I was at least able to describe why. But either way, keep the recommendations coming. Please keep the recommendations coming only on the hardstyle videos. Please and thank you. Of course, a big shout out to my patrons. I really do appreciate you guys, as well as a shout out to my absolute tune, Will Vegas. I really do appreciate all of y'all's support over there. If you want early access to my videos, uncut versions of this and all other reactions, as well as bonus content every single month, consider checking out the Patreon. There's a link in the description. I also usually have the next hardstyle video available once this one goes up on YouTube. So you really do get very early access to my videos. Just saying. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. I'll catch you in the next one. And keep on jamming out, my dudes. Peace.